This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I am delighted to be joined by the IBO champion Maxi Hughes over Zoom. Maxi, firstly, how are you?
Very well, thanks, pal. Are you?
I'm good, thank you. Happy New Year. Hope you had a good one and a good Christmas. Did you get up to much?
Not a lot, mate. No, just COVID found its way into our household. But other than that, I've just been this treadmill behind me and home workouts and trying not to lose my head. Been stuck in the house with kids.
Well, hopefully you're able to get back out soon, man. Boxing talk, Maxi. You had a terrific win against Giovanni Straffon. You picked up that IBO strap, and it seemed like the world was your oyster. There was just going to be a great opportunity around the corner for you. There was a lot of talk about the potential Devin Haney fight. Where do things currently stand? Have you got an update for people as to what is next for you?
I'm not sure. Still waiting on some news. I ended up on the shortlist to fight Haney last year when he ended up fighting Diaz, but they went with Diaz because he's a bigger name, which I understand, and I've got I'm a bit pissed off, because I'd have liked it to be me, but fair enough. That's the way boxing works. So I just want the biggest and best fights that my team can secure me. It looks like I've just spoke to Andy McCart from iFilm, and he seems to think it might be on its way to be heading like Haney and Kambosos are going to fight. So that's the main belts in the lightweight division taken care of. So I'll just look to defend my belt against the biggest and what names my team can get me. And now I'm with Matchroom and Eddie. He can hopefully turn me into that big name to be able to go to America or Australia and around the world to fight in these big fights. So I'm just holding out and keep my head down, keep training, keep working hard, and something will come very soon, I'm told.
I mean, for George Kambosos, after his stunning victory against Teofimo Lopez, he's effectively, and by his own right as well, he's waiting to take his pick of who he wants to face. You can face anybody in that division as he holds, all of those titles. But for yourself, I imagine it must be frustrating because it means all of those guys are kind of waiting to see what George is going to do, which means that you have to kind of wait in limbo if there's any chance on getting one of those other leading names.
That's it, yeah, and that's boxing for you, innit? You got to keep patient. If you want it bad enough, you'll wait and just keep working hard. And the important thing for me is to still keep working hard, not take my eye off ball. Like for my defense of my belt is not be thinking about what they're doing or when I might get a shot. It's just concentrate on defending that belt, defending it well, as clinically as possible, like it were a clinical victory for the belt. So that's the important thing now. You sort of got to forget what they're doing, what will be, and just stay in your lane and just concentrate and keep working hard.
Maxi, I remember seeing one name linked to yourself last year was Jorge Linares. Obviously, Jorge is a former world champion, achieved a lot in the sport, and he past opponent of Devin Haney, who Devin overcame recently. Would you have interest in that fight, or is that one which it's big risk and maybe not so much reward for you, or how do you look at it?
If that's what my team put to me and money's right, I'm also about earning as much money now as possible to hopefully have a good life after boxing. So if the money were right, I'm happy to fight anyone, to be honest. If they were to say you could earn X amount to fight somebody for no belt, or you can have your shot at world title for less money, it'd be hard not to go with the most money, because that's I've said on my social media I've achieved my dream beginning of last year when winning the British title. That was like an outstanding goal I'd got. So I've achieved my dream and I did what I'd set out to do. So now my new goal is just to try and secure big fights, so I can, and hopefully secure big money, so I can just have an easier life after boxing and have something to show for it.
I know you said you'd face anyone, Maxi, but is there anyone in particular who you look at and you think, I want that fight, and you also think it's an achievable fight to make?
Not really. No, not nobody like who a major go. Yeah, I want to fight him. I want to fight him. Other than Jake Paul to have my chance to smack him in mouth.
Just before we go, we could come on to Jake. In fact, I take it you're not keen on Jake in the sport.
It's hard, isn't it? Like, who am I to tell him not to pursue his dream of being a boxer? The annoying bit for me is how cheeky and disrespectful he gets towards people. But on the other hand, I saw him a video, which is hard not to sort of be on his side, when he had a pop at Dana White for underpaying UFC fighters who, same as boxing, it's your life's going on the line. And if it's true, if they're all getting paid minimal while the UFC brand makes a load of money, he's right, and he's fighting the case for him. And the fighters who he has fought gave them a massive payday. And so yeah, it's one of them. You just, I don't like how cheeky and how thingy he is, and I want him to fight some boxers. And then you can't not give him respect. Then if he's having the same results against boxers, current boxers, in the prime boxers who are, decent lads themselves, then you can start giving him his due and his respect.
So would the Tommy Fury Jake Paul fight have been of interest to you?
Yeah, I was gutted that it got cancelled, to be honest. So I was looking forward to that, because we all know Tommy and who his family is and what stock he's from. So it had been interesting to see where Tommy's at in his career, and hopefully as well as shutting Jake Paul up. I hope it gets rescheduled. Like, I hope it does.
Would you step into the ring with Jake Paul?
I would, yeah, but I forget how much of a big guy he is, isn't he? He's a big old lump, isn't he?
Yeah.
What is his weight? Is he cruiserweight, or is he heavier than cruiser?
He's cruiser, so you've got some.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm a 5'6" lightweight, so I'm tiny.
50-pound difference.
Yeah.
So it means that you can enjoy a camp, just eat what you want.
Yeah, that'd be all right, wouldn't
it? But away from Jake, I was going to go back to that Devin Haney situation last year. Where did talks actually progress to? Did you actually have any in-depth, detailed conversations with Devin's team about that fight, or was it more so just brief little murmurs between both camps?
I got asked if I would be willing to take the fight, and I said absolutely. This is right. Well, it was like on a Thursday. I think it was 7 weeks before the fight. So I got a call from my team, Lee Eaton, saying, "Would you fight Devin Haney on 3rd or 4th of December, whatever it was?" And I said, "Absolutely. It's going to be in Vegas, top at bill. It's what dreams are made of." And I thought this is my year. This is the stars are aligning. Karma's targeted me, and Karma's saying, "You're going to have a good year." But that was Thursday, and then this is right. We'll probably receive the official offer, blah de blah, on Monday, so of a weekend. So sat by the phone waiting, and then the day after, I think it was, saw the news of Ryan Garcia pulling out of the Jojo Diaz fight, and then over the weekend, Haney had been tweeting Diaz goading him to a fight. So when Monday came round, I rung my team and we're like, "What's happening?" And they says, "Oh, looks like Diaz will probably get the fight because he's a bigger name. Obviously, he was in training, so he'll have to go with that." So, I had to swallow it and just think, right, you know what, my time will come.
I'm sure you watched that fight, Maxi. Did you see weaknesses in Devin Haney's performance?
It's hard to judge. Not so much weaknesses. It's just things that I could try, and it's hard to judge. It's hard to watch somebody and say, "Yeah, this will work with him," because you don't know, because it's not you in there. Every boxer, although Jojo was a southpaw, boxers nothing like myself, so you don't know how Devin's going to react to stuff I do and all that. So it's a matter of adapting on night. That's how I sort of approach fights. And there's obviously things we can try and do in game plans and towards stuff. And it's finding out what works and adapting. And, you know, that's what champions do. They find a way. So, yeah.
Maxi, just moving away from that, just give your thoughts on a few other things. Josh Warrington, campmate of yours. I saw some reports, maybe some rumours that he might be stepping in with Kiko Martinez, a rematch there for the IBF world title, which Josh previously held. Do you know anything about it?
I know that who was it? Rob Smith from the board was in Kiko's dressing room after the fight, and I think he must have known that Rob knew our team sort of thing. So he said, who do you want next? And he went, the only fight that I really want is Josh Warrington. So, that's, that Kiko, that's what Kiko wants. So Kiko stated what he wants. He's got no obligation to fight Kid Galahad again. So that's what he wants to do. So again, it's one of them because Eddie's on holiday. When he's back, and hopefully next week, things will be revealed, and they will, they'll show themselves, and we'll all be in the know.
I mean, for Kiko, just to have watched him in that fight, Maxi, he just continues to roll back the years.
Yeah.
How much of a surprise was it to you to see him pull off that victory against Kid Galahad?
Yeah, because that was the same night me and Josh did the exhibition. So I ended up, I think I got back home, and my wife were watching it. I think it was maybe fourth round. And she said, Kid Galahad, he's boxing brilliant here. He's winning everything. He looks good. And then all of a sudden it would end at fifth, wasn't it? Kiko were trying all night. He's one of them lovely bloke. We met him when he boxed Zelfa on Josh's card at the beginning of last year. So lovely bloke. A lot of respect for him and his team. So he'll always try. He'll keep fighting and trying till the end. So you're always going to keep trying and letting that right hand go, and the gods of boxing saw how much of a trier he was, and they've rewarded him, didn't they? So I was surprised that, he were able to find that shot, but, fair play to him for keep trying, not losing out after possibly losing all the previous rounds. So, yeah, I'm really happy for him.
And a couple of fights I want to get your thoughts on. Amir Khan and Cal Brook on Feb 19th, Maxi. Finally get to see the pair of them square off. What is your take?
I'm still excited to watch it. I'd have loved to have seen it when the rivalry really started heating up years ago, but still an interesting fight. Are they both coming off? Was both the last fight Terence Crawford, or has Khan had another one since?
I believe so.
Yes, it's thereabouts, isn't it? Khan possibly had maybe one more, but so yeah, they both got stopped by Crawford. So they're both still similarly, same places in their careers.
Khan, that's it. Khan had an exhibition with Billy Dibb.
Oh yeah. So again, you probably can't take much from that, but yeah, they're at similar places in the career. If Khan's still got his speed, then it's going to be an hard night for Kel. But it's at that catch weight and it's at 149, so I think that better suits Amir. I think he's the naturally smaller, better at the weight than Kel is. But yeah, still an interesting fight, and one that I will definitely watch.
And then just moving away from that one, Chris Eubank Jr. and Liam Williams just waiting for confirmed Feb 5th. I think that's what they're targeting. Your thoughts again, Maxi?
Yeah, another cracking fight. I've trained alongside Liam, and seen him progress over the years as well. So he's hungry, he's good quality, and we all know what Eubank's about. So a real good fight.
All right, Maxi, we'll leave it there, and I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to your next ring announcement soon. Thank you for speaking to me in Boxing Social.
Cheers, Andy.
Top man.
See you later, pal.
See you later, mate. Bye.